That's a bull. Damn
shit for that, bro.
So it's a commercial.
Oh shit. Big old dog, man. Oh, come on, had that crown big boy. Look at him.
He would snap.
Look, and he
Pass.
They don't even say words, bro. Them old kids. Them old heads was rough.
You wait till we cut the damn live.
I can't wait.
We're going live. Candid Talk episode 151, the Zach Braxton Experience. We are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get a little music going on here. Let's see if we got some more people out there, man. What we got?
Y'all in trouble now.
We got some music for the speaker people at home. This for the speaker heads at home, doggone it.
Oh my God.
Let's jump into it. I don't want to I'm cutting the intro off right now. Cut the music off. Cut it off right there now. I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 151 of Candid Talk. We have the Zach Braxton Experience this time. Y'all, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and all the good stuff that you guys do and commenting to the YouTube page, to Spreaker, to Facebook. You know what I mean? We on the live today too. Let's take a second. My people at home, I thank you. This episode will be on YouTube, but let's give a round of applause for our guest of the hour, Mr. Zach Braxton. I got a little clap on there. God bless you. You know, bring it on in. That boy dog as hell.
My bad.
God damn, that boy been pushing tractors all day. He pushed the tractor. He don't ride the damn tractor. I need a gunshot.
Pow! Pow!
All right. Welcome, guys, to episode 151. As you can see, we're already having fun before we even get going good. So, today we're going to learn about a good friend of mine, Mr. Zach Braxton, man. Just for the people, man. Just say who you are real quick and where you from, man. And, you know, how you living, man.
Zach, I'm 26 years old. Been living in the Forest, Virginia area my entire life, man. Yeah, I haven't been anywhere else. I tell everybody I'm a product of about roots is in forest, and that's where the tree gonna stay.
I like that. I like that.
Lived there my whole life. Me and my dad, we raised beef cattle in the area.
Okay.
Got a good amount of cows, and we keep us really busy. Started out with my granddaddy,
Okay.
and he passed away August 15, 2004. And
Okay.
we just kind of took over the torch, man. We kept on going with it, and now I help him, and then I have my own lawn care business, Harrison Turf Management. We mow grass, weed eat, do all the things you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We do everything you don't want to now. I'm trying to tell you. And man, I'm grateful the Lord has allowed me to live the life I live, man.
Yes,
it's a wonderful experience.
Well,
really
man, I definitely appreciate you being on today, and definitely, speaking of your family life and what y'all are able to acquire and able to do, just talk about a little bit back in the day when you were young. You knew from jump that you're gonna be outside and you're gonna be working.
Had no choice
from the beginning.
Let me tell you, boy.
That came from grandfather down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. We start there.
Yes, sir, man. So, growing up, man, my dad, we had to get it. He worked hard. My granddaddy, starting out with my granddaddy, he worked in the Archer Creek in the steel mill.
Okay.
He was a supervisor and finishing there, and he worked there for a long time. I'm pretty sure he retired from there.
Okay.
Always farmed on the side, always had him a few cows, never nothing crazy. Yeah. And my dad, he worked there as well. He had a little other travels in life and ended up back there at Archer Creek. And he, we started farming, and we kept growing and everything. And eventually, man, we blinked and we got really big. We just worked, so our fruits of our labor showed quick. And by the time when I was growing up and I was a little kid, I had fun. I had a fun childhood and everything, but work was involved.
Okay.
You had to get up early. You had to go and get it before the heat came, and then when the heat came, you still had to get it. So it was wild, man. But now my dad has gotten a little bit older now, so he slowed down a little bit, and he doesn't do as much.
Yeah.
And I've kind of taken the role as almost like his manager per se, if you want to call it that. I'll do everything he can.
Keep it in motion.
Yes, sir. We got to keep the gears rolling. So I enjoy doing what I do, and I started my lawn care business to help offset and to help us grow there.
Okay.
Honestly, the end goal was just farming. That's all we want to do, man.
Well, I'm wondering now, what was it like when you was a child? And hey, you might want to just literally go play with your friends 5 days out the week or whatever. What was it like to tell your friend, hey man, I got to get back to the farm. I got to. Well, they look at you like, come on, Zach, like you really gotta. Man, how was that?
You know, I'm gonna tell you what. There was a good medium there. It was 50-50. You know, I was blessed that growing up, I was able to go enjoy life and go have fun. And I had friends in the neighborhood I was living in, and I was able to go hang out with them. But you know, when it was time to go to work, it was time to go to work. It's time to go work. That stuff keep the lights on at the house, man. So when Dad holler out, you better be there.
You better be there.
And don't be saying I'm coming, because he's gonna say, hurry up and get here. You know what I mean? So
thank you, comment section, real quick, YouTubers. Thank you too. We're gonna shout the guy in the comment section. Thank you, Jerome Johnson, for the shout out. Jerome said, "What's up? What's going on, Jerome? What's up, Malik Stewart in that building? Good to see y'all, man." And also, this episode of Candid Talk is produced exclusively by 434 Hub. Hey, we joined it up with them again. We partnered up. 434 Hub will be producing this show. Like, follow, subscribe, like you always do. So you're coming up. You get these work ethics in you, man. Because as you know, I had the time with video games as a kid a lot. I had to go outside and work too. But the balance of not being a lazy kid, what was it like? Can you explain how thankful you are?
Yes.
That you didn't fall into, I just play video games all day. And, you know.
Man, I'm telling you what, it instilled a lot of me now. You know, while I'm growing my business, look back at them, like, man, all them times I was, you know, wanting to just hang out in the house and the air conditioning and everything there. All right, get up, we got to go. You know, it really drilled in me what you have to put in to get out. Mm-hmm. If you don't put hard work in, man, you can't expect any reap your benefits. You're not gonna get anything, man. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna. Life isn't gonna give you anything. You better go get it.
Ain't no shortcuts.
No sir. No sir.
And that's a good point. For the people at home, man, you know, I know folks that you want to plan life how you say it's going to go. You want to say, I want to do this type of work or whatever the case may be. But man, you really got to put it in. Put that work in to get what you really deserve, man. So that's a great point to bring home right there. And just talk about the life lessons or values of working hard, man. I think when you work like that, especially with your family, I know Pops might be yelling on Tuesday through Saturday. But at the end of the day, y'all got the work done together. Y'all go home together, y'all eat together.
Exactly.
And y'all done really made some quality time that you didn't even think about. It didn't feel like quality at all. But you know, if you look back on it and say, damn, I got a little older, that was kind of cool with me and Pops, you know, jumped on that hill over there, handled that business over there. Got them doggone crazy cows herded up and all that stuff. You know, y'all know, I'm a conqueror, y'all gotta teach me. We know the country, but the farming I'm trying to get right. I got about 3-4 cows for y'all and 2 pigs coming next week, and a couple chickens. MJ got that chicken coop for me. Shout out to Michael Jackson got a chicken coop for me. He's got a chicken coop for me. He got a chicken. He moved to a crib and a chicken coop in the backyard. He's like, I don't know what to do with that. So you know what? I'm coming to get that coop. Shout out my Coach Jackson. He definitely coaches Zach Braxton.
That's the man, yo. That's the man right there, boy.
Time to shout out for that. So you get to the high school time, man. You all know, man, we having fun in high school and we working. So you got to balance that work hard, play hard. You know, I was young and I thought I could drink 27 beers, stay up to 3:30 and get up at 6:30 and work 12. Talk about learning your lessons. Because you still have to go to work, man. How much fun you had with the buddies, drinking your beers. And when you get out of, kids don't drink alcohol when you get out of high school, I guess you should say. But talk about the balance of, man, dog. Because I know you learn your lessons now. Like, I ain't going to be sitting there drinking a beer tonight. I'm going to be tonight.
Bro, talk about them balances, man. It wasn't no balance. It was all like this. Wow. It was rough. Then them nights you come in 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun get ready to come up, and you hear that old man come down the hallway, and you hear that coffee pot turn on, and you just knew, boy, I ain't gonna be laying here long, boy.
It took me there to come up, but I can see it, I'm there. I can hear the steps, I can smell the coffee brewing.
Folgers, regular, medium roast. I know the sniff of it, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Like clockwork,
like clock. At 7 o'clock, he gonna be having his second cup, and you better be out the door when he going.
Do you remember times where, our parents aren't stupid. Well, Pops just know you had a long night, and he's looking at you like, son, is you stupid? How many times you gonna stay up and we gotta get this work done,
bro?
You know what I'm saying?
I never argued, man, please let me stay in the bed. Never asked for a day off. Okay. But like whenever you got in the truck with him, he looked at you like you got that head on down like this. Hey, that Lee Williams turn up real loud, boy, and he get to hollering and singing. Cooling water, just like cooling water. He starts singing, boy, and you got that head leaning up against, and you said, Lord, if I might just jump out this truck and hit the asphalt. I'm trying to tell you. Dad didn't play, bro. He knew it. He never said it, but he knew, bro.
For the people at home, you're there. You're there. You're right there in the truck with Pops. I know. Zach can illustrate this perfectly well. And for the youngins out there, you're going to learn to pace yourself. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to do what you want to do, because I was young too. So you do what you want to do. But you're going to get your lesson. That's my encouragement, like to say. You're going to get that lesson at the end of the day.
You're going to learn that, boy.
So you get out of high school. Oh, you had anything to say about high school experience? Was it all right? It was Forest?
Yeah, dude. Jefferson Forest High School, man.
And the teachers you want to shout out? And Jim, the teachers in the
man. Coach, shout out to Coach Michael Jackson, man. That B-team football coach. That's my dog, yo.
There you go.
If I could go back to a time in my life, it'd be right there playing B-team ball. That's about it. You know, high school I went through it.
Yeah,
you know, I showed up. When I got I played football all the way up until my sophomore year, and I quit.
Okay.
I said it wasn't for me anymore. I want to do something different. I joined the fire department.
Oh.
Been a volunteer fireman for Forest, volunteer fire department for 10 years. Got on when I was 16. So I had a little bit of stability there. You know, I worked for my dad, and I got in the fire department. You know, you get out there and you help others and everything. You know, it did me some good. You know what I'm saying?
You a go-getter, Zach. You know, I'm guessing when you was young, you know, there's two type of kids. There's one, he just wants to get by, like how about I get by, whatever.
Nonchalant.
You know, and there's the other one's like, no, I want to make sure I have a couple dollars in my pocket because I want to get what I want to get today, and I ain't waiting on nobody. Yeah, I see you got that in you.
Had no
early.
choice. Had no choice.
You're like,
man.
yeah, I gotta have myself together because I don't want to be sitting here asking for this, that, and third all the time. You know what I'm saying? $65 to Friday, $45 to Friday.
About to say, I want to go to that movie, man.
37 to Friday. Some of y'all like 37 to Friday. I'm like, hell. I'm sorry. But yeah, how'd that go?
Man, look. So I got to cutting grass. Really, my lawn care experience started in high school, man. So my mom and dad, they bought me a little 92 Ford Ranger. And it was a good truck till it won't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun, rode it hard, put it wet, you know. But Dad said you can use a lawnmower, it'll cut you a couple yards, and you know, there really was no going to mom and pa, you know, hey man, I'm gonna go out on Friday night, you know, you go cut you a couple of yards, make you a little $50 here and there.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what you had.
That's what you had.
That's what you had, bro.
That's what you had. You had to go get it, man.
He never handed it to me, but he gave you opportunity.
Man.
You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for him.
That's a great lesson right there, man. Talk about what inspired you to join that volunteer fire. I got some guys, man. Shout out to Jerome. Matter of fact, Jerome, firefighter himself. This is not for the squeamish. This is not for the weak-hearted. It's not for somebody that's not lazy. Those y'all in the trenches, man.
For sure.
And you said something to me earlier about 24-hour shifts. You know.
So when you're on the volunteer fire department, there really is no specific shifts you have to pull.
Okay.
They give you amount of calls that you need to run per year, and you can meet that.
Okay.
It did a lot for me, man. You know, being so young, you know, I was blessed. I got on at 16 years old, which they started the rookie program when I was showing interest in it. You know, shout out to my man Monty Coleman. He's my fire chief, and Chase Coleman, Zach Coleman. I got in the fire department with them, and Chase, me and him grew up together. So he was like, "You want to join the fire department? They're gonna let you join the fire department." So got involved with it, man, and got to get on the truck and go run some calls. And you see some things, man.
Okay.
Some things that change your life, but it truly being able to go and help people, man. That gives you the most,
man.
Just to be that's the Lord's work, bro. It really is. It really is.
Truly fulfilling, man. No question.
It is.
And you know, me myself, I thank people like Zach. You know, you guys know I went through my fire accident, and 35-40% of me was burned up. Didn't know if I was gonna make it or not. So I can tell you right now, I do have a soft spot for all firefighters. Anybody that's getting out there and getting to work, man. Because none of it's easy. But like you said, man, a lot of firefighters, they do it for just out their heart. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a job that that I truly say that they don't get paid enough. Firemen and police,
nope, they don't.
Do not make the money that they deserve to make.
They don't.
To go do a job that is so dangerous. Mm-hmm. You know, the fact that when you get ready to get up and you got to clock in at 7 and run that 24-hour shift. You kiss the wife and kids goodbye. That you could. The thought of you may not coming back.
Yeah, you have no clue.
You know what I mean?
Might go.
And
yeah.
Truthfully, they are angels on earth. Mm-hmm. They really are. They really are.
I will say, man, when you're in the line of work like that, and you leave. It's different from your day job, you know, working in the plant or whatever, or wherever. Where it's like, okay, my worst case scenario is the boss, you know, nerd too much, or you know, somebody slacked off.
Drink machine don't work.
Yeah, drink machine don't work. Yeah, you know, again, took my 50 cent again, and then you drop me that Diet Coke when I hit Pepsi. You know I hit Pepsi. That's why I got Diet Coke now, the machine. That's crazy. That's why I got this Diet Coke right now.
Dude, wow.
Diet Coke, we're not sponsored by Diet Coke. It's going to say it right now, we're not sponsored by Diet Coke, but yeah. So, the plug. So coming through, doing the firefighter work, you figured out, hey man, I can hold my own, pops need help with this, with the farm life. You branch off into your own landscaping business. How the heck, where did you find it? And you know, you're working a real day job.
Yeah.
Man, where did you find the idea to do this business and the time to get all of this done in motion, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it started in high school, bro. You know, I would, my good friend Brandon Arthur and Douglas Arthur at Poplar Forest Nursery. Me and Brandon were real tight. And the nursery, you know, they grow lots of plants, man, and it's a lot of work, and they do landscape work.
Yeah.
So I went to Brandon one day, and I said, man, I want to do something. You know, I want a job.
Okay.
So they allowed me to come in the evenings after school. So when I didn't have my little yard to mow, man, I'd go to the nursery, and you know, it was basic work: pull weeds,
Yeah.
clean up, and do stuff. And then as time went on, I started working weekends.
Okay.
Then we started going to landscaping houses, and that's why I learned my landscaping touch. Worked there for all the way through high school, and then I worked a year full time with them after high school. Then I met my friend Adrian Blasievich. He owns Executive Contractors,
Nice.
and me and him were real close. And he offered me a job. I went to work for him, and I worked for him for 5 years, and we mowed a lot of.
I know y'all did.
We mowed, I think, upwards of 300 properties a week between two crews, and we had to get it. You know, 20-something plus yards per crew a day. And so that's where I got my green thumb, man. I learned how to mow grass there.
Oh,
as time went on, I started working at Parkland.
Yeah.
And you know, they had the 3-on 4 off schedule.
Yeah.
I have a lot of free time. So I was helping Dad a lot, you know, and I was like, man, I'm enjoying helping Pops, but you know, you don't ask for no money.
Yeah.
This home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I gotta make me some extra scratch.
Yeah.
So I bought a lawnmower and just Lord bless me, man. I accumulated yards here and there, and now this year, you know, we're big. I'm huge now.
Dang, dude, did you end up getting a team of guys together?
I just started by myself, man. And I have a good friend of mine. His name's Ethan Green. He's actually a fireman in Lynchburg City. Shout out to him. Mm-hmm. He's a good boy. He on his days off, he helps me. We work together, and we get it done, man. We lock in and we hustle. And it worked. It's a blessing, man. It worked out really well, and I'm growing. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll be able to be full time for myself.
Yeah, yes, sir. You on the way, no question, man. Sure. I think people like about you, man. Your work ethic is for real. You know, some people come do work for you, and you just a job. They didn't cut a corner.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If they know that you ain't gonna notice them cutting the corner.
No bueno, man. Can't have that.
Yeah, man. So when you really do it and you do it right, people remember you for that. And you got a real personable personality, Zach. You got a real funny bone in you, man. Where'd that come from?
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Zach is funny as hell, yo.
Be for real, bro.
Where did it come from?
My dad is a low-key funny dude. Like, he'll say some smart comments every now and then, but I get my funny bone from my mom.
Well, your mom,
my mama fool, yo. I love, shout out Patricia Braxton, man. I love my mama. Yeah. I'm a mama's boy through and through, for real. Man, me and her, we laugh at the dumbest things, and we carry on, and that's where I get it from.
That's where you got it from?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, my mom's a trip.
If anybody knows Zach, man, you know if you're working with him or if you're chilling with him, you're gonna be laughing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about pouting and having no, rough day. If he does have a rough day, you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it, man.
Can't show it, man.
You can't show it. And people like that, man, they give me life. I remember I met him when I was working with him at Parkland, and I'm already energetic, but I'm old. I'm 37 years old, and I'm already bouncing off the walls. And I mean, this boy, I'm talking about first 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, I like him right there. I think I got hype and asked him to do something. I asked him to do something. And he gave me a hype ass answer. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Don't you worry about it. I got this thing. And he hit that damn and gone. And back real quick, dropping off what I needed, man. So from jump, I definitely appreciate your personality. As far as people like me I got a personal, people love the big personality.
You gotta have it, man.
For me, it's more work to be upset and to be angry all day than it is for me to say.
You kill yourself being that way, man. You know, I tell everybody, you know, I understand people go through trials and tribulations in life. That's life. That everybody goes through it. But you know, one thing I do, I keep faith in God, man.
Yes,
I pray every day, twice, 3, 4 times a day.
Right.
And I just say, no matter what, no matter how today's gonna go, I'm gonna be all right. Because tomorrow's another day, man. We'll leave today behind, and we'll worry about tomorrow when it gets there. You know what I'm saying?
And I always remember that somebody got it worse than you guys. I tell you all the time.
Always.
You know, when they were trying to, you know, talk to me in the hospital and they sent in psych doctors and they asked me am I depressed, you know, and I said, no, I'm not depressed. I said, well, burn victims always go through depression. I said, I'm here. Like, a lot of people didn't even make it to be here.
Yes, Lord.
Come on, man. The Lord got you here, my people. So definitely, man, don't let nothing wear on y'all too much. That's best from Train and Zach right there. Don't let nothing wear you down too much, man. So I ask this question to all of my people when they come on the show, Zach. 20 years. How old are you right now?
26.
Zach,
I'll be 27 in September.
27 in September, man. Big shout out to that. 20 years from now, Zach looks back at everything. What does Zach see? What did you want to see? How you want to see it going and flowing? The work, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So you looking forward and like looking.
47 years old. You look back and say, "Dang, all right, that did like that one."
I tell you this. I'll put it to you like this. I feel like, you know, leading up my younger 20s, you know, wow, boy, you know what I mean? When you hit about 19, bro, you get to race car, boy.
That's true.
Wow,
Yeah,
you know, you want to party, you want to drink, you want to act a fool. Only thing I was worried about was some red paint, some 24s on that red truck. That's all I cared
I like that
about.
red truck.
That's all I cared about, man. But when I hit about 23 and 24, I started to realize, all right, man, this drinking, acting a fool stuff, it ain't always cracked up to be. Need to start thinking about where I'm going. So, to be honest, I'm where I'm at now. I've never been at this place before in my life. Okay. I feel like I'm more locked in with myself, with God, and my foundation of where I want to be. So when I look back on 47, when I'm 47, you know, I want to look at the, you know, at the 26, 27-year-old Zach. Like, all right, kid, you got it together. Yeah. I'm proud of you. Because if I hadn't, you know, ain't no telling where I'd be.
Ain't no telling, man.
You know?
Ain't no telling, man. Because it's so easy to get off track. And you know what you got it in you, man. And you know, I like the fact that you lock in. You say I want to go do that. And, you know, you guys, you might get a no here or there when you working and doing different things, but you got to keep on rolling, man. You know, you deal with a lot of different people when you got that many yards to cut, dude. So that's a lot of personalities to juggle.
It's a lot, man.
That's a lot, Jack. That's a lot of personalities to juggle. You
gotta meet them, man.
Yeah.
Man, we loading mowers and everything, leaving out the driveway at 7 o'clock. We sweating.
Oh.
I said, y'all better have your water ready. Man. Today is the day. That's the thing.
All that made me think of is the people down there in Florida with their humidity cutting them. I can't imagine.
And the bugs.
I can't even imagine.
They got bugs that tote you way down there, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
Snakes. Bro, they got
gators.
snakes.
Yeah, the gators. Them gators.
Look, you be down there weed eating by a daggone pond, all of a sudden that thing come out. No, I'm good. I'm all right in Virginia, bro.
We're good in Virginia, man.
We're good in Virginia.
Love Virginia, no question, man. Talk about some of the relationships you built just in the farm life, man. You know what I'm saying? You got some buddies that's already doing what you're doing. Some families that you became close with.
Man.
Some people you got a whole lot of love for that's doing their thing and you like respected too. Some of them inspire you for how they rolling.
You know, it's so many to name, man.
We
would be here a long time without the name because we are a tight-knit family.
Shout out to all of them.
But, you know, first person, most definitely want to shout out to my dad. You know, my dad is my mentor, my superhero who I look up to. Another big shout out to my good friend Danny Wright Brothers Beef, bless his heart. That's the brain right there.
Okay.
He's who I go to when I need a question answered. He's got the right answer, and he's gonna give you the answer for the next question you got.
Okay.
Shout out my buddy Mike Wilson, him and Lauren Wilson and Clayton and Ross. They at the Rafter W.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they train horses and they taught me how to ride horses and do a little roping and stuff, man. It's neat, and that's the new part of me, man. Learn how to ride and rope a little bit, but
that boy know to ride this damn rodeo Joe over here too.
Ain't
that crazy?
Joe,
yo, look at this.
I'm very new to that, bro. I'm very new to riding horses and roping. That's within the last 3 years, but you know, it's been a true blessing, you know, to be involved with that. And like I said, the list goes on, man. I can name 100 people, but those are my key people that I really they my brick and mortar when it comes to that line of work and everything.
You gotta respect it, man. You gotta love it, man. You look back on it and you work hard, and people you feel to mutual respect people that work hard as you, and they want to teach you, man. The comment section, Taylor Coleman said Big Brax. I don't know. Shout out Taylor Coleman, you know what I'm saying? Big Brax is in the building. Shout out, what's up, TKC too, man. I definitely learned that over time, man. You know, I came from a printing world, and you know, there's a lot that I had one pressman tell me, by your third year, you're still gonna be learning new things and still have days. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
dude, for sure.
Ain't that amazing?
It's a blessing.
And you say, you like, ain't no way, man.
No,
like, I can figure out, ain't no way I'm gonna be 3 years later asking a question. No, it can't be like that in any line of work, man.
You come to find out anything you do in life, man, you always learn something new. You know, I had a man tell me one time when I was a kid, he said, Zach, any day that you don't learn something is a day wasted. And that stuck with me, man. And it really did, you know, I've been farming my whole life. I've seen a lot of things, but I definitely have not seen everything. Yeah. And, you know, every day is new, bro. Okay. Every day is a new day, you know, seeing different, you know, especially now the way things are evolving with beef and cows and the genetic makeup, it's wild. Okay. You learn something new every day, man. Every single day.
I got a question, because I'm going to learn now real quick. The way that America is going, the farmland versus big business and all the things that's going on, as somebody that's in the know, what do you see that kind of, you know, it's like, dang, that's a hurdle to get over. That's something else to get through, because, you know, a lot of people believe that the farm world is being squeezed by big business and how they're kind of cutting you off here and there on certain things. And then say the people the other people that know the business side of the farm life.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. You know, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Forest, Virginia. Okay. You know, starting out when I was a kid, you know, there was farms everywhere. Everybody was involved with it, and then rest their souls, the old men, they die, and the kids get involved, and some of them kids, you know, the grandkids and the parents, they never really got involved with it like that. So now we got all this land, we don't know what to do with it. Guess what? Houses. Yep. And that is the biggest struggle I feel like me and my father going to have to deal with in the next, you know, 20 years, you know, is just finding a place to do it. Yeah. I mean, you know, we rent a bunch of land, and, you know, me and him laugh. You know, every time we pull out the field and everything, big open field, cows are grazing, we look at him like, man, you know, they could build a Dollar General here tomorrow. You know, I mean, but that's the thing, man.
She's right.
They could build that Dollar General, man.
Dang, so yeah, you see the times changing, so it makes y'all work harder, because yeah, you're right, man. It's land that I thought would never be turned into, you know, suburban home land or whatever. Man. It's like, y'all did that there too? Like, man, there too?
And it's quick, man.
It's quick.
They build houses like that. You know, you go in one area, like you go to like one area and you haven't gone in a couple years, and you pop, it's like, great day, they done built 7 houses up through
here.
That's
remarkable right there,
you know what I mean?
It really is. So what, you're going through life now, and you know, you're 27 years old, you got all your work right there in front of you, man. You still find time for yourself? I mean, you still find time to kick back?
Dude, man, I love
Sundays.
Shout out my cousin Tony Royal. Man, me and him get together, and we go to Red Oak. We ride fours. I just bought me a Renegade last year. Man, that thing right, boy. And I bought that thing, and ain't been on me for a while. I didn't have anything. I got to the point, you know, it's funny you say that about kick back, relax. For a while, I was full tilt, just working. Wasn't much to do. You know, I didn't have anything else to do. I just wanted to work. Okay. And, you know, finally, I said, you know what? I need to have an outlet. You know, get it while I'm young before, you know, get married, have kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, go and let me get something that I can enjoy. So I bought that 4-wheeler, man, and we go to Red Oak. I mean, me and my buddy, shout out my boy Chase Coleman. He got married this past year, man. Okay. Well, actually this year. And we went to West Virginia for his bachelor trip, man, and we had a ball. We broke a lot of stuff, man, but we had fun.
Hey, y'all, I will say, he's telling y'all something right there. I got my 4-wheeler buddies, I got my side-by-side buddies I roll with. I didn't know or think about the maintenance that goes through all this fun when you're mud bogging and you're acting a fool when your tie rod goes because you're an idiot, you run over a stump in the middle of the mud. Like, it's so many things that you go through doing that, but it is a lot of fun, man. Shout out to my boy Michael Fuddy. He has a Renegade. He has 2 Renegades, and he let me ride. Yeah, Fuddy's trip. He let me ride his Renegades when we go out. Shout out to Tyler Moore. Said, "What up? What up, Tyler Moore? What up, Tyler, man?"
How you know?
He said, "Big country." We said, "Let them country folk do. They get a holler your name." Okay, we're unhinged. Y'all know this, man. The Zach Braxton experience, man. Won't hold you too long, man. But I gotta know, man, Zach. coming up. What you got planned, man? What you doing? We just cutting and chopping? What we doing, man? Next 2 months? Yeah.
We're gonna mow grass until it stops growing. We're gonna keep growing the lawn care business, and we're gonna keep growing and growing and growing, and hopefully in a few years we'll be big enough to where, I'll be able to cut back and I'll be able just to farm and run my farm, and I have somebody run my business. That's the goal.
Damn.
Hopefully, that's Lord willing now.
I like that.
We'll see what happens. Whatever he got in store, man. You gotta ride his wave.
You gotta ride it, man. And that's the thing, man. You got so many personal business.
Yeah.
You could. It's so much to go. It's so much to do.
It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, you need a secretary or something, bro? I gotta be on the phone and writing down these.
Man, I'm on that phone all the time, man. Somebody always calling. Somebody's always shooting a text message. Got a question. Hey man, you think can you come and trim my grass with a pair of scissors? Why?
You know what I'm saying?
There's always somebody hitting the line, but hey man, just gotta keep answering the phone.
It's a blessing, man. This is Zach Braxton experience. We won't ever keep y'all too long. We keep you just enough so you want more. And when you come back, because I'm gonna need you for some funny stuff, some skits, commercials, everything under the line.
Whatever y'all need, man.
He gonna let me get on one of them damn horses down there. I'm bringing the hat, I'm bringing the boots, and we're gonna do it like that for the people in them. Zach Braxton,
My dog.
hey man, love this boy right here, man. To people at home, this will be dropped on YouTube by 434 Hub. It'll be produced by them. I have it on the site. Y'all know how it goes. Will Rogers said, what up, Will? What's up, Dick?
Will Rogers, that's the man right there.
What's up, Will? Hey man, we giving a shout out. We're having a good time. And while we're doing shout out, man, Blue Ridge Line Dancing Festival. What is line dancing?
I'm tell you what, I'm gonna dance, but ain't ever gonna be in a crooked line. I got 2 left feet, big dog.
Hey, we're gonna slide to the left and stay to the left then. Blue Ridge Line Dancing Festival, July 5th. I'll see you guys there. I'll be hosting it. Tony Campbell will be hosting it. VIC will be performing. DJ Showtime, DJ Purple Haze, everything. Everybody you can imagine, man. Have a good time July 5th. But this is my guy right here. We had a good time Facebook and them. Thank you.
God bless y'all. Thank you.
Tip
your hat, doing boy.
There you go. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. We're out of here, man. Sprinkle people at home. Thank y'all. We love y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace. Give them some music. Give them something. Give them something. We out of here, man.